This is the first video that I made since my short little hiatus thing. And, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna turn the sound effects off with the beeping. There we go. Alright. So, Nat and I recently got into a conversation about clickers. With my attention issues and stress and all that, I haven't really been much into gaming, quote unquote real gaming. I've been just sort of killing time with clickers, and so yeah, Nat and I got into a conversation about this. For a second I want to say argument, but I forgot that's not page, that's the page. Anyways, so yeah, we got into a conversation about clickers, and I technically like them. Technically, I mean, I don't like them, but they're a thing I do. And Nat says she doesn't like it, but I did mention that I actually like Crusaders and Lost Titles above most other clickers because it's a little different. Because Nat asked me, well, is there any kind of sort of strategy involved? Or I forgot exactly what she asked. Nat, if you're not derpy enough, if you're less derpy than me right now, try and remember what you asked. But yeah, she basically said, well, how's it different than a clicker game? Well, I'm going to show you how it's actually different. Well, first off, as you can see, it kind of looks like a game. First off, it doesn't look like your traditional clicker. So you can see there's, there you go. There's formations you can put, and there's a myriad of Crusaders. This game is also, you can spend real money to buy boosts and such, but yeah, no. And you can buy a whole $20 for that. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked really easily. Whoopsie-daisy. Right, so you have formations, you have different Crusaders. I'm going to show them all. This is your basic Crusader, the Bushwhacker. He does the clicking things, as you can see. There's different rows and benches also. You can only have one active Crusader in the front. They also have artifacts which you can equip, which give you things like critical chance and abilities. Most importantly, skills. I am not clicking right now. I just used the Clickorama skill, which does that. There's also missions, I should point out. Click tons more. We are doing that right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you a quick roundup of the Crusaders, who they are, what they are, and as you can see, there's only so many spots. And there's a shit ton of Crusaders. And I'm going to quickly show you all the ones that I personally have unlocked thus far. And Nat, if you're watching this, maybe give this a shot. You know, I mean, it's free. And you can just keep it on the background while you're writing or stuff. So anyways, the next in this seat row, column, whatever, I forgot the word that the game uses, is the Robo-Rabbit. Cha-ching. There we go. I also bought the, okay. So the thing with the Robo-Rabbit, which I happen to like, he has the click capacitor, which stores up to 20% of your total DPS and adds it into your click damage. Let's put the Emo Werewolf, for example. Alright, as you can see, he's slowly siphoning off some of our DPS, building it up. And he also has Wind-Up Bunny, which maximizes your total DPS. So let's take the Emo Werewolf off, bench him. And as you can see, you can have a full formation. So there you go. No. So yes, Nat, there is actual strategy to this. There's more than just clicking more stuff. I personally like the Robo-Rabbit, and as I said, you can only have one of each in each bench, seat, whatever the game calls it. So you can't have the Bushwhacker and the Rabbit. I personally like the rabbit over the bushwhacker because, again, these two abilities are pretty powerful. You take quick damage, your DPS is added to your quick damage, and Wine Up Bunny also increases by 2 up to a stack of 50%. So yeah. Okay, next we have Jim the Lumberjack. He's an okay Crusader. His basically one and only skill is that he increases the DPS of Crusaders next to him. So yeah, that's it. He's not particularly special. Emo the Werewolf. This is one of the things that Nat asked me about if I actually named it. You don't actually name them. At least not right now. Maybe. The game is in early access, so who knows. But at the moment, no, you don't get the name. He only has one real ability. If he's left alone, he has 2 times 200% times more damage. He also has this gear that I have, which is Epic Gear, which increases it by 400. And yeah, all these things basically just increases damage. 150, 100, 100, and then by 200 if he's alone. And he's actually usually one of my more powerful Crusaders, because you can get them early on, because they get them. These are the ones you get earlier. So experience points basically, for every 5 hours you get an experience point, which multiplies your strength by 100%. So since you get this guy pretty early on, he tends to be one of the stronger ones, usually. Next in the same seat, we have Sally the Succubus. I'm going to quickly buy her some levels. Alright. Since I'm showcasing, I'm going to put them in front. Sally's nice. I only have 1 gear for her. I don't have the other 2. I don't have 2, which is not bad. But basically, she involves male and female Crusaders. Actually, just female Crusaders. Seduction increases her DPS by 300%, and it's reduced by 25% for every female next to her. And jealousy increases the DPS of all female Crusaders. So, I kind of like her. It's good if you have a gender-based party, which there are actually a few characters. Next in the same seat, we have Karen the Cat Teenager. Oops, it is it. There we go. Right, next up we are showcasing Karen, the Cat Teenager. She, like most Crusaders, only provide buffs to Crusaders next to them, adjacent to them. Karen, on the other hand, receives all the buffs, but at 50% strength, which is better than nothing. And her kitty has Claws ability, as you can see, adds 1% of her DPS to quick damage, which pretty damn good. And her 9 lives ability allows her to die up to 9 times, and it will reduce. I do like her, but I don't have any gear. As you can see, I don't have any gear for her. She is without any armor or equipment of any kind, so she's not as good. I still use her whenever I get the chance, but she's not all she can be. Next up we have Sasha the Fierce Warrior. She's another one of the first basic Crusaders the game started off with, and her only real thing is the Bulwark ability, which, as you can see, increases DPS for warriors behind her. Other than that, nothing spectacular. I usually replace her as soon as I can. Next up we have the Serpent King Draco. He's actually very nice. He's a dual type Crusader. He is both a royal and an animal. And as you can see, he gets a DPS increase based on whether other royal Crusaders are in the formation, and he also gets a bonus based on other animals. Well, let's, for example, put Karen back in next to him. And look at that. He now, his survival of the fittest now has 200% chance because there are two animals in the formation because Karen is obviously a cat. So, I do like him. I try to use him every now and then. Unfortunately, as you can see, two of the equipment slots are empty, and I only have the basic item in here, which only increases his DPS by 25%. Also, Robo Rabbit, for example, I just want to quickly, that's a Skyrim reference here. Dwarven gear, 2-weight, sells for 15 septums. So yeah, I do like Serpent King Draco, but the lack of equipment kind of hinders him a little. I'll show you why. You also have a skill tree here, which you can use your Crusaders. And right here, if you have all three equipment slots filled, you'll do more DPS. So on top of the already bonuses that you get from equipment. So Crusaders that don't have all three are already generally slightly weaker, but he has potential to be super strong if you have an entire party of animals or royals. Next in the same slot, we have the washed up hermit. There we go. I have an epic gear for him, which increases the DPS of all Crusaders by 40. His real thing is that he gets 200% if there's no one in front of him. So if he's leading the charge, he is twice as strong. I generally bench him, to be honest. He's okay. But see, like, with the emo werewolf, he just gets more levels faster. So, I don't know. The crazy hermit, the washed up hermit, I just generally, Next we have Inspector Kane. He's an okay Crusader. He also unlocks the Magnify ability, which increases one of these abilities by 50%. His real purpose is gold. He increases it by 30%. And watch here. See this number right here, gold bonus 20%. I just put, I'll say, the Robo Rabbit and the Lumberjack and the Kitty Cat. There you go. It went up to 32. Alright, so, Nat, as I said, this game does, actually have strategy to it. It's more than just a mindless clicker. It is a mindless clicker, but, a little bit more than that. So, I actually had this guy in every single formation, generally, up until I got, Mr. the Monkey. Yeah, Mr. the Monkey. He was just recently released during October for a circus thing. He has Follow the Leader, which increases, which is the same thing as Detective Kane's, except in the row behind him, not the same row. And Monkey Business increases it by an additional 7.5% for every animal that is in there, in the formation. So let's go ahead and quickly swap out Draco, and see, there you go, it's already at 45%. See? So yeah, I do like him a lot. But his only sole purpose is basically to generate gold, and as you can imagine, he only really fits into the animal-based formations. But he's now my new favorite gold digger, one of my two favorite gold diggers. Alright, is there anyone else in the same seat? No, okay. Next up is the Princess. She will unlock you the Firestorm ability. Most of you who know me know that I like fire. She will unleash Hellfire. Come on, they have to... Okay. I guess I'm going to quickly skip ahead to a thing. There's quote-unquote story mode, where enemies are tough Yay! She's gonna get her ass handed to her. But I just want to show you the ability. She unlocks the Firestorm ability. Or not, she's still powerful, wow. 250. Let's try 250. She unlocks the Firestorm ability, which is pretty. Boom. And away we go. Oopsie daisy. She deaded it. But anyways, so yeah, there you go. You can actually die here. There's death, there's consequence-ish. There's progression. So it's more than just a minus clicker where you just watch numbers go up. It's a hybrid RPG. So she doesn't really have any skills aside from all of her skills increase buff other Crusaders. See, there you go, other Crusaders, other Crusaders, other Crusaders. So yeah, she's good at buffing the party. Next comes Natalie Dragon. She is one of two dragons. There you go, double dragon. There's also Nate Dragon. And if the two of them are in formation together in the same party, they do a double team thing. So, double dragon, ha 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 ha. This game has a lot of quirky puns and things. Honestly, she doesn't really have anything going to her aside from being in the same party with her brother. Basically, if you pick one, you have to pick the other. Otherwise, they don't really have anything special on their own. Let's see. Next up in the same formation seat thing is Jack-o'-lantern. Oopsie. Derpy derps. Okay. He has one real ability, which is increasing his DPS by increasing the overall party DPS by the amount of enemies that are attacking him. For each enemy that's attacking him. So basically, he's your frontline tank/buffer, because he has the health to sustain enough damage, not too much, but enough, and then he'll buff the rest of your party based on how many creatures are attacking him. He's pretty good. He was obviously released during the Halloween event. I like him. Next up in the same seat, we have President Billy Smithsonian. Will Smith, ha ha ha. Will Smith. Again, he's one of those Crusaders where he only has a single cheap, basic piece of equipment. So, unfortunately, actually, no, let me quickly. Oh, I don't have. Oh, damn it, I thought I had it. There's a purple dildo weapon that he has. I saw it a lot. But anyways, he's an interesting character. I kind of want to use him, but I usually end up going with other Crusaders. As you can see, there's a 20% chance that monsters will drop 2 quest items or count as 2 kills. So that's nice. He also has attack team skill with Kizablip, the alien trader, who I actually use quite a bit. And he increases the DPS of all human Crusaders, so I do like him. Unfortunately, his lack of gear kind of prevents me from using him too much, because again, it's all about... If you ask Nat or anyone who's played it, WoW, she'll tell you it's all about the gear. It's all about the gear. So even though he has some pretty decent skills, I just don't have any gear for him, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I would like to use him more. I'm hoping I can find a chest or something with his name on it. Next we have Jason, Master of Shadows. Jason, Master of Shadows, gets attacked negative 99%. Basically almost never. And his other ability is Ambush. His attack increases by 400% if someone is attacked in the same row as him. Calm, actually, I should say. Calm. So he's a pretty good sneak attacker. He works well with anyone who has a priority attack, which gives him 99% chance to be attacked. So in other words, he never gets attacked, and his DPS increased by 400. Also, I recently acquired the Dragon Head Katana, which increases all gold found by 100%. So quite spiffy. The other person in this party is Pete the Carney. I got him with the monkey during the circus event. He's okay. He increases the DPS of Crusaders away from him. Nothing really spectacular about him, to be honest. Nothing in terms of gear. Oh, he gets 50% gold bonus, which is nice, but don't really. I mostly keep him on the bench. Next we have Brute, which is in no shape, way, or form a play on Groot. He increases the DPS of all Crusaders by 25 if he's in the front, and he has an attack priority of 99%. There you go. Unfortunately, he's in the same seat as Jason, Master of Shadows, so you cannot use both of them in the same formation. So again, there is some strategy involved to this, some thought. I kind of like him-ish. He's good for frontline damage soaking, but I generally go with anyone else. Next up we have Artraxis the Lion. He gives you the critical Savage Strikes ability, which also increases DPS by 100% for 30 seconds, so quite nice. And, oh yeah, Derp-de-derp. He also increases the DPS of Crusaders in front of him by 100%. I generally keep him in all formations, generally. He's also obviously good in animal-only formations. Next up in this seat we have Drizzle Dark Elf. Unfortunately, she is virtually useless to me because I only have just her. She increases the DPS of Crusaders by 20%. Now, you think, oh hey, that's pretty good, right? But unfortunately, no. She has a skill which increases Grolok the Orc's DPS, Grolok the Orc's DPS, and Grolok the Orc's DPS. And since I don't have Grolok the Orc, she is useless. Her tactic, 20% DPS is not that big of a deal. She also, as you can see, I don't have any equipment for her. So, unfortunately, I can't really use her. I mean, there's only so many slots in the formation. Next we have Corey the Witch Doctor. Greatest thing about him is he provides a buff of 60% to Crusaders around him, and say Brute and Drizzle will get healed by 30% of their max health every single second. He is a Crusader you generally want to keep in your formation, especially right behind the front. He's a great support character. I love him, and I do have an epic gear for him already, so which doubles his coffee, which was at 30, just like Frog Soup. So yeah, I definitely like him. I definitely keep him. Next we have Brogan, Prince of Dragons. Oopsie daisy. He's okay. He's mostly good in animal-only formations. He's also good in royal formations as well. For 20% plus 20% for each royal Crusader formation. And he heals everyone in the party by 18.17% of their max health. And he reduces, he's great, but again, it's mostly if you have a very specific formation of animals and royals. So yeah, I don't use them as much. Then we have the Dark Griffin. Dark Griffin is spiffy, as you can see. She increases, they take 60% less damage, and their health increases by 45. So basically you tank someone in front of them. Definitely use the Dark Griffin quite a bit. Just out of curiosity, how am I running for? 25 minutes, holy shit, wow. And I just quickly wanted to tell you, alright, Rocky the Rockstar. I don't really use this guy that much. As you can see, he only has a single piece of gear, and he's a very special Crusader. He mainly, oh, that must have gotten added, the acoustic version. Well, his DPS increases by 50% for each female Crusader in the formation, and reduces the damage taken by all female Crusader by 50%. They added this recently, so okay, that's nice. I may actually use him a little bit more now, but again, he revolves on a gender-based party. And we're not even halfway done with, actually about halfway done with all the Crusaders. Wow. Ah! Montana James. Indiana Jones. Ha 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 ha. First off, he reduces the damage taken by humans take 40 less, other Crusaders takes 20 less, increases the DPS of animals by 75, and every 5 seconds he does 300% damage of DPS because he's got a gun. He definitely goes into a animal-based formation very well. So I do like him quite a bit. Is that everyone here? Yeah. Now, this is easily one of my favorite Crusaders. Well, I'm rambling for 5 minutes. Go what I'm thinking. First off, the Iron Soldierettes, which is supposed to be Iron Man, ha ha ha. Her DPS increases by 400% if she's in the front. Her health is healed 100% every second, with 3% decrease for every enemy attacking them. However, her DPS increases by 20% for each enemy attacking them, so almost 9 out of 10 times I will use her in a formation and obviously put him in front. She is easily one of my favorites. Next we have Sarah the Collector. Sarah is okay. There's nothing particularly spiffy about her. It increases, when the formation is full, she gets 150% boost. Otherwise, she is nothing too remarkable about her, just basic boosts and all that. The Golden Panda. This is a must in almost any formation. The Golden Panda doesn't really have much in the way of offense capabilities, but it's a she apparently. Increases gold found by 25%. Increases gold found by 25, 25, and 50. And also gives you the Goldorama skill, which gives you 6.25% of gold per second for 30 seconds. Or per click, I should say, actually. An absolute must in any formation if you have money issues. Especially when you tie it together with someone like Mr. the Monkey. So you get, the most I've seen was like 5 million% up here for my gold bonus. So yeah. Next up we have Lyrion, the Royal Dwarf. That's supposed to be Game of Thrones. Tyrion. Ha ha ha. He increases gold based on how many females and royals are in the formation. So again, he's a dual character, dual thing, the words. So yeah, he's good in formations where you obviously have either females or royals or both. Otherwise, not too good. Here's Wendy the Witch. I recently just got her during the Halloween event. I actually like her. She's cool. Her DPS increases by 25% for each Crusader that is for each enemy that is attacking her. Each Crusader. So yeah, I'm kind of loving her. Pretty awesome. Next in the same seat we have, oh fuck's sakes, I keep forgetting this. We have Sal, the Mermaid Prince. Nothing really spectacular about him except he has crazy DPS. Yeah, he just basically just has damage output. He has nothing else. Just focuses on, as you can see, he's a samurai, so he has a very single-minded view of the battlefield. Robbie the Raccoon. Robbie the Raccoon is alright. Not the greatest, not the worst. It's supposed to be Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. Har har har. Increases the health of Brute if Brute is adjacent to Robbie. So there you go. Tag teaming. There you go. Stay strong and best buds. And Brute has all the Brute skills. So as you can see, Nat, quite a lot of Crusaders, not quite enough formation slots. There is a bit of a challenge to it. Next up we have the Frydotron 4000, another recent addition to my formation during the Halloween event. She decreases the health of monsters by 12%, and there's a 5% chance that monsters roll. There you go, you just saw it, they exploded. And there's also a chance that they will do damage to nearby monsters. I definitely see her using in an all-robot formation, all-mechanical formation, so next up we have the Fire Phoenix. Fire Phoenix is definitely one of those buff Crusaders that is good at, well, in the back. It increases the health of Crusaders by 30% whenever a Crusader is killed, and whenever a Crusader is killed, there's a chance to unleash a Storm of Fire. So basically keep the Fire Phoenix all the way in the back, and then watch your formation die. So yeah, kind of tricky to use, but nice. And also pairs well with Brogan. There you go, Spark of Life. Increases the potency of Brogan's heals by 30% when the Fire Phoenix is adjacent to Brogan. So, yep. Let's see, who else do we have here in this formation? Okay, all we have left is Alan the Archangel. Alan the Archangel is great. Unfortunately, as you can see, he has no equipment, so that makes him a bit weak. If a Crusader dies next to Alan, they're instantly resurrected. And whenever a monster attacks a Crusader next to Alan, they get stunned for 2 seconds. I like him a lot. But again, a lack of gear. We are almost done with these Crusaders, folks. Just a few more. Next up, we have King Reginald. He provides you with the... Get out of here. You're done. He provides you with the Royal Command. There you go. It freezes enemies in place. Aside from that, he also has the Royal Grail, which increases the DPS of all Royal Crusaders by 300%. Such as Lyrian. Or say Brogan. Or the Princess. He is an absolute must for a formation of royalty. Unfortunately, that doesn't apply to anyone else. Next in the same seat, we have Mr. Boggins, the Substitute. He's actually pretty interesting. Unfortunately, no gear, which is sad. He increases the DPS of Animal Crusaders by 200%, and increases gold for each non-human, non-animal. So he's good in a very diversified formation. Again, unfortunately, the lack of gear means he's somewhat limited in his capacities. Then there's Thalia, the Thunder Prince, or King. He, first of all, he is a priority attacker, 99% chance to attack. He works well with Jason, Master of Shadows, because he'll get attacked, Jason will not. And most importantly, he gives you the Storm Rider ability, which will increase your DPS every time it's used. And every 8 hours, you can refresh and increase your DPS by 50 more. So I'm definitely a Crusader to have in a formation. Next we have Mercy the Mad Wizard. He's alright. He has an additional 3% of your DPS that he splashes across the entire screen on every month. The way this game works is you only focus your DPS on one monster at a time. Mercy does it to everyone on the screen, so quite handy. Although I generally tend not to use them as much. Next we have the Bat Billionaire. He was during the superhero event. It's supposed to be Batman. Har har har. I don't really use him all that much, to be honest. But he requires you to use things. DPS is increased. There you go. It increases the DPS for Crusader by 20% when you purchase a level for any Crusader. Oh, they took away the... oh, that's nice. The game got rebalanced, apparently. There was a time limit on that, but apparently just permanent. I might actually start using him. And increase the DPS of everyone next to him when you use an ability. Oh. I guess they took away the timer. Okay, I might actually use this guy some more. And increases gold when you use a buff, so pretty good. There we have the other team of the other side of Team Dragon, Nate Dragon. He doesn't really have anything special about him, except this shiny button. But I will not show it to you because I'll show you Cazliplet's version of it, which is basically the same thing. Alright. And Cazliplet's is female, apparently. She does the Kirk thing. Where is it? Where did Captain Kirk get to this time? So yes, she increases her DPS by 25% for every male in the formation, and she increases DPS by 10% for each non-human in the formation. So she's pretty good in an otherworldly male raiding party. And most importantly, she has that. I'll get to that real quick. There's treasure chests. You get... There's plain treasure chests we just unlock just simply by playing the game. Yay, gold. Yay, cape, which I already have. And gold. Yeah, basic chests are crap. There's also special chests, golden chests, which give you more gear. And as I've mentioned, there's a skill tree which you can use your idols on. I have this. I have quite a bit of the passives. I have Spend It All, which you can buy all Crusader levels at once and all abilities at once. Very handy. Very handy. I have this thing which lets you open multiple chests at once instead of one at a time, 525 or 100. I have that, which gives you more, which lowers the requirement level. And doing it again, level tier 2 objectives, which means tier 2 Crusaders for holiday events. So yeah. And what else did I want to show? Oh yes, there are missions. As you can see, click more. Clicking. And these missions, which provide you buffs and stats and boosts. And as you can see, each Crusader has hidden stats, which you can only see here. See, Sal, for example, is animal and male. What do we have here? Jim, who is male, human, support. Karen, who is female and animal. So there you go. There's quite a bit of formation, building. I didn't think this thing would be this long. Holy crap, 40 minutes. So yes, and now the Death Star. Press the shiny button. We shall actually cancel. We shall maximize our levels. Turn sound effects back on. There we go. And now we'll press the shiny button and get a total of 90 idols. Now what does this do? This resets the world. Nothing new for clickers. All clickers have that. However, this has something a little bit more, and I'll show you. Cha-ching. Now, if we've been doing a holiday event or anything like that, something else would be going here in the reward section, but this is just a basic free play thing. And this is what I'm going to show you next. Nat, you asked if there's any strategy to it involved or anything like that. Yes, there is. Here, for example, you have to get to area 300 with evil rabbits taking up the back formation. This, for example, can only use male Crusaders. This, for example, lets you use only one single Crusader. This I actually want to attempt next. Get to area 150 within 80 minutes. Here, you have to not lose at all. You have to get to you have to never die, not once. Here you have to level up Crusaders, 2,000 levels. So there's actually quite a bit to do. Top tier only. There's quite a bit to do. Quite a bit to do. There's here you double everything, enemies, everything. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly reset this. So yeah, quite a bit to do. I definitely recommend this over most clickers because again, there's formations, there's things to consider. Showing. Meow. So yeah, there we go. Putting the auto clicker back on. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A not quite so quick rundown of Crusaders of the Lost Idols. It's, out of all the clickers I have, this is probably one of my more favorites, simply because it's more of a game than the others. Most of the clickers are you just sit there and watch them click. Here, again, there's formations, there's skills, abilities, quote-unquote story progression. So yeah, definitely check this out if you want. I think I've said more than enough in about 45 minutes. I'm gonna call this a wrap, folks. Hope you enjoy that. This is my first video in our new place since we moved. So yeah. Anyways, bye toodles. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. YouTube is not dead. YouTube heroes hopefully will not be a thing. Please let Trump just get impeached or something. I don't know. By the way, today, as a point of reference, for those of you, today is the day Donald Trump got elected. The day after, I suppose. Today is Wednesday, November 9th. Trump and Pence have won the election. Yay. Anyways, not gonna save the politics talk for like an actual ranting thing. 45 minutes long, more than enough talking. Bye toodles, see you, sayonara, I'm Nat. Hope you enjoyed this. Give this a shot. Just keep it on the background, whatever. Screen Raven signing off. Bye bye.